Hello, everyone. Welcome back to CR Investor. Brian Beamish, the Canadian Rational Investors. 5-minute Bitcoin summary here for Sunday, June 8th here at about 11:20 a.m. Pacific time. So pretty much moving through the Sunday. On the 4-hour Bitfinex, have price sitting here basically 655. Yep, 655.21. As per yesterday's post, basically the same thing. We have I guess you could argue, a coil forming here on the 4-hour charts, potential head and shoulders top. And per my recent updates, had a nice buy signal here through this 450, 460 area. Price rallied up into the optimal trade entry short window and actually moved a little bit beyond. I've been of the general opinion that I'd actually like to see a nice 38.2 fib retracement of this entire move, which would bring us down to 583.54. And that might set up an even broader head and shoulders top, which would have an ultimate target back down into the optimal trade entry window, the 61.8 fib down to the 78.6 fib, or basically 520 down to 476. And as we know, this is the optimal trade zone, very similar to the way that this was the optimal trade short zone. And if institutions were, shorting off of this higher time frame breakdown, keep in mind this high, let's zoom out here a moment, was 719.25. So if institutions did want to short against that high, where would they most likely do it? That's this optimal trade entry zone. And conversely, if there were institutions out there that believed that these lows were for real and they wanted to sort of, take actually, and really this is off of the 4-hour double bottom here, these levels here, the optimal trade entry long zone is right in this neighborhood here. So that's the 4-hour basis that I'm looking at. And in my commentaries, basically I said, look, I still have a third of my long position from this breakout. I'm more than happy to sit on that, and should we get nice consolidations back at the 38.2 and then ultimately back at the OTE long zone and have decent buy signals, then really I'd actually like to buy some more. So that's sort of what I'm looking for now. And I have been counseling that, if we did get a buy signal here, you short-term traders, that, isn't a bad little setup for you, and there's probably some half-decent risk-reward. But considering my portfolio side, the amount of coins that I'm working with, that's not very realistic. And really, I'm just sort of a buy and holder at the moment. Having said that, let's go take a look at that 15-minute chart, zoom in, so you day traders can get an idea of what you're looking at here. Find it interesting how last 15-minute post that I did, I had pointed out that the market appeared to be in a trading range from about 652 to 661, or call it 662. That was this rally peak high and this sell-off low. And it's interesting how, we have oscillated away from it, but this really seems to be a magnet zone for the market. Now one could argue that if we get a trade through these highs here, we could have a wider double bottom to work with. And away we go. The fact that this low was a V bottom in itself, just straight down and straight up, to me does suggest it probably ought to be tested. So, if we did get a little top and a breakdown here, to see a serious test of this low really wouldn't be too big of a surprise. And fascinating how, in the last sort of commentary that I did, I basically said, watch this 662 area for a bullish breakout, and the 652 area for a bearish breakout. And we had one trade in through the beginning of the weekend that came down and tagged this OTE long zone. So there was a bit of a trade there, but really I would argue the market really isn't doing a heck of a lot here. I do find it interesting how we may, we're just coiling. That's probably the best description. And really, for my purposes, I really don't think that there's a real trade that develops here until we get, sort of my concept of the double. In this case, it's really tough to say which way she's going to break out, but really, let's wait for that breakout and then act accordingly. So, I'm the big fan of the double tops and double tops, so that would be topping action would look like that, and then within the right-hand top, we also have a nice little top. So, we might be getting that. So we had rally peak, sell off, rally peak. So there's a massive double top. And here we have a little bit of a top. So rally up, pull back, rally up. And if we start failing here in earnest, then this might be this sort of double top within double top action. So at best, for us higher time frame traders, and really I would argue for most people in general, I don't think you can draw too many conclusions until these levels are taken out. So, just as we sort of had this 15-minute channel develop off of these and basically prices sat in there, that's my expectation off of the higher time frames now. We're my hunch, we're in a trading range where the top of the trading range is about 670-ish or so, and the bottom end of the trading range is about 635-ish or so, somewhere in that neighborhood. You can also see that we have a trend line here that's being supportive, so we might see price just oscillate around there. And then we have this neckline that we originally postulated. That'll probably be a bit of support. So that would be my summary for today. Momentum still cleaning itself up. I don't really have any reason to get super bullish here. I would actually like to see Willie get a little bit more oversold. This actually looks like it needs a bit more downside work. We do have a top working on the OBV. This is a V bottom here, and really I don't see any staggering buying interest here. So we need, for the bulls to justify price buying above 670, we need to see some serious volume and a nice momentum push up through here. And then conversely, bears, resumption of this OB down through this 635 area. And really I would argue that the momentum indicators are still supporting that downside push at this point. So that's my summary for today. Hope you can find some value in it, and all the best in your trading. Good luck.